Hello and sorry for the delay there, ladies and gentlemen. You're at day 5 of the ICF Canoe Polo Championship, starting off with U21 women's action here between Argentina and the Chinese Taipei. Taipei already with a 6-0 lead here. We're not even halfway through the first half. And on the attack are the Taipei once again. They have another break, an open net perhaps. Argentina turns the ball over and going to try and head back the other way and perhaps put one in the net here and give them a little momentum. Argentina just desperately trying to get it out of their own end. The Taipei putting on the full press here, and they throw it out of bounds just to try and get out of harm's way and give the Taipei a corner. It's currently 6-0. The Argentines cannot break through, and there's an illegal possession there, and the Argentines will take it back the other way. So far it has been all Chinese Taipei. Here's Chu, the captain. Chu up top with the ball now. Trying to add to the 6-goal lead that the Taipei have put together here in the first half. Here's Chu, looking for some space inside. She tries to pass it in. Not a great one there as it goes right back to the Argentines. They're going to try and get it past here, and Taipei just dominating the ball control here. And they throw it in, and here it comes down the right side. This is Hung. Shannon Hung throws it up. There's Chu. Hung once again on the right side. She passes it in. They shoot, and it's over the net. Good attempt there by the Taipei, but a little too strong on the shot. And the Argentines will take it back the other way. And you see the Taipei applying the full press once again here. See if Argentina can get it out of their own zone and maybe get past the defense that the Taipei have put on display here. And it will be Argentina's ball off that deflection out of bounds. Throw it in, and Argentina currently has possession. Now they have to attempt to get it out of their own zone. And they cannot do so, and not a great display of awareness here for the Argentines. They cannot get it past this Taipei defense and out of their zone. It's not looking good for them right now. They're backed up. And it's blocked by the paddle, and stay the Argentines' ball. It's been, for about a minute and a half now, it's been more or less most of this. Trying to throw it out. It's blocked by the paddle once again. Argentina still can't get it out. This Taipei defense is attacking hard. Now under a minute left in this first half. It's been all Taipei so far. 6-0 currently. They're out of bounds, and it will be the Taipei's ball now. Communications happening between the Taipei, trying to set up one last shot here with the shot clock turned off. Final 30 seconds now for the best shot possible. Chu throws it over to the corner. This is Hung. Back to Chu. Chu trying to push up. She throws it inside. Another opportunity missed there by the Taipei. 13.4 seconds left. Stop the clock. Now the Argentines throw it in, but it will be a corner. Chu's ball now. Opportunity inside, and that'll just about do it for the first half. The Taipei are currently up 6-0, and it has been all them so far. Be back in the second half for more action. Aquatic friends here joining us. Do a little canoe polo action. These are the real stars of the tourney. Strike. Some aquatic friends here joining us. Do a little canoe polo action. These are the real stars of the tourney. Strike. So we got some aquatic friends here joining us. Getting you ready now for the second half. Day 5, pitch number 2, game 1. Chinese Taipei versus the Argentines. And it was all Chinese Taipei in the first half as they took a 6-0 lead. Taipei now once again on the aggressive. They throw it inside. Golden opportunity, and they make no mistake about it. Chinese Taipei making it 7-0 again with an early goal in the half. Comes the Argentines now looking to perhaps build some momentum here and put one in the net. She gets flipped over her kayak, but she somehow keeps possession, and she's getting bullied right now as Taipei having none of it. Argentina somehow corrals possession. Oh, bounces off the canoe, and not a good bounce there for the Argentines. And up now, Taipei score once again. 8-0 for the Chinese Taipei. I talked about earlier in the game how Argentina's not had a great tournament as last night. They lost 27-0 to Canada, and today they're in another big hole. But you got to learn somehow, and it's especially for this U21 team as they get older, they will get better, and experiences like this will help them. Currently 8-0, 8:35 left to go in the second half, I should say, and in this game. They try to throw it inside. Back come the Chinese Taipei. Here come the Taipei. Shoot, and they score. Beautiful shot there, making it 9-0. Not 2 minutes into the second half yet. See if Argentina can respond here. And Taipei coming back the other way. Oh, nice save there by the Argentines. Argentina faithful still cheering for their country out here in the crowd. Giving some noise here despite being down 9-0. They know that it's a process here in this tournament and for tournaments to come. Taipei again. Chinese Taipei, and they score once again, making it 10-0. They are now in double digits. Back on the Taipei now. Chinese Taipei. Inside, Chu, the captain. Being met by the Argentine defenders. And it stopped there. Just over 6 minutes left in this half. Argentina now has to get it out of their own zone. And it will be the Taipei ball once again, as it has been all Chinese Taipei so far. Taipei so far, I should say. And the pressing once again here. Looking to add to their 10-goal lead. 5:30 left in the game, and here comes Chu on the attack. She's looking for another man. She gets it. They shoot, and it's a nice save there by the Argentines, coming up clutch with that one. Now the Taipei will have corner, and they play it in. Another opportunity here for the Chinese Taipei. Argentina just need to get it out of their zone. But the strong defense that Taipei has really been showing today. And here they come again with an opportunity to score on the offensive end. And another save there by Argentina. It'll lead to a Chinese Taipei corner, however. Throw it inside. Another opportunity here coming. The shoot, and another save there by the Argentines, keeping it just a 10-goal lead. Quick opportunity inside here. They shoot, and they score once again. The Chinese Taipei. This time it's Hung who scores the goal, giving them an 11-0 lead here with 3:40 left in the game. The Argentina crowd has gone into a chant now, cheering the team on despite 11-0. It's great. It's great to have a country like that behind you despite not doing so great in this tournament. Here comes Taipei now once again, 3-on-1. They shoot and they score again. Nice shot by the Taipei once again. 12-0, 3:08 left. Coming down to an end here. Final 3 minutes of this game. Argentina maybe salvage some pride here and perhaps get an offensive showing going. A lot of defensive pressure here by the Chinese Taipei. Just really fighting for it on the corner here to keep it inbounds, and they do. And comes the Taipei once again. They shoot and they score once again. It's hung again, putting it in the back of the net. 13-0, Chinese Taipei. Just trying to get it past half pitch now, and unable to do so as the Taipei away again to another goal. 14-0 now, under 2 minutes left. Stopping the clock once again as they continue to score here. Taipei now on their way to another goal here, perhaps, and it's saved there by Argentina. Now the New Zealand faithful that have come in to watch their team next have started to cheer for the Argentines. A little moral support here, I suppose. And they throw it in. Under a minute now left for the Argentines, trying to get it out of their own zone here. Just final 25 seconds now. Just all that's left is for the clock to run out and this game to be a final. Coming up next is the New Zealand women versus the Singapore women. That'll be at 8:35, and then following that, Great Britain versus Netherlands here on pitch 2 at 9:10 in the morning. And they score once again to add insult to injury with 1.7 seconds left. All it's have to do is play it in here, and the clock will run out. And that'll do it. Singapore U21 women beat the Argentina U21 women 15-0. Come back up next. Over 21 women action.
Hay una pelota abajo,
Here we go.
Yes. Singapore. You got the two heavyweights in this game.
Are they heavyweights?
New Zealand's pretty good. New Zealand's all pretty good. Singapore, I can't match up with fantastic. You never know. They could be a dark horse.
We'll see. New Zealand and France, I think, such a good game.
Oh, yeah.
France won them.
I thought it was like 3-2.
3-2 or 2-1, something like that.
Yeah.
I called that game with Curly.
Oh, yeah? Curly? I love Curly.
He's such a good commentator.
Yeah. I think I'm doing the finals with him. He's like my guest.
He's good, man. He's such a good insight. Makes the game so easy for you.
Yeah. He talks like 75% of the time.
It's like, okay, good for you.
Welcome back to the 2018 ICF Canoe Polo Championship. Game 2 on pitch 2, the New Zealand women versus the Singapore women. We'll see what this action brings us. Previous game wasn't too entertaining as Chinese Taipei made work of the U21 Argentina team, and we're off on the sprint here. The opening sprint goes to Singapore. New Zealand now rocking that gray today as Singapore has the black on, and they score early here. Good early shot for New Zealand, going up 1-0, not even 30 seconds into the game. For the Kiwis yesterday, what a good game with France, but unable to come on top. Was a battle of the two heavyweights yesterday. Really got a treat as early on in the tournament, the Canoe Polo ICF allows that to happen with the tournament brackets, and it was just a treat for all of us to watch and a big treat for me to call. And New Zealand, one of the heavyweights in this, in Singapore, pretty good team, but New Zealand is very established in this tournament and in Canoe Polo. So they have their work cut out for them, that's for sure. And here comes the Kiwis now driving down the right side of the pitch. They throw it in the middle. They shoot. No, fake shot. I thought they had an opportunity there. They decide not to shoot, and they play it back out. It's Julie Bolton. Throw it across now. Comes Julie Bolton. Throws it to the left side. They decide not to shoot. Fighting for it to Sion Fendel. Fendel of the Kiwis trying to gain possession here. They cannot, and it's turned over, and the Singapore women heading back the other way. Here comes NG. They throw it back smartly to reset their offense here and see if they can get something going here and answer the Kiwis' first goal. Throw it ahead, and comes Ong. Inside. No shot. Fake shot. Throw it back out. Singapore trying to set up their offense here to get the best shot possible in order to tie this game.
Nice, ladies, keep it up. Yeah, Julie.
Singapore now pressing with their offense. Decide not to shoot.
Go forward, keep them high. Outside shot. Long city kick.
No shot coming here for Singapore yet. Now they shoot with the shot clock running down, and it will stay their ball as it tipped off one of the Kiwis defender. 6:53 left in the half. Just getting ready to set game back. Hear the refs with a little discussion. The scorer's table. Game is back on. Singapore pressing now. It's the captain, Yong. Far left corner. Up top. Trying to get to the right side. New Zealand got a paddle on it, but there's an opportunity here. Singapore, great defense by the Kiwis, however. They turn the ball over and it will go back the other way. Now they're trying to press it up. They throw it ahead. They try to find the outlet at Julie Bolton. And inside comes the Kiwis. Coach trying to tell him to keep attacking here and put another one on the board to make this lead a little bit bigger to come back from. They throw it inside. Unable to gain possession as Singapore grabs it, and they come back the other way now. Comes the Singapore women. It's NG putting it up. Going up with the ball. Throws it ahead back to NG. She shoots from a long range, and it's off the crossbar. Good opportunity there. They get their own rebound. They shoot, and it's blocked there by the Kiwis. Nice save by this Kiwi defense. That's what the Kiwis are known for, their strong defense and their quick striking offense off that great defense. Under 5 minutes now left in the first half. Still 1-0 for New Zealand over Singapore. This is women's action. Coming up next, Great Britain. Sorry, coming up next, yes, Great Britain versus Netherlands women action. So they fake the shot, and Singapore will take it back. Singapore still pressing here. Got lots of time before the half to score, set up their offense. 45 seconds left on the clock, shot clock that is. New Zealand not letting anybody get in the middle of that zone. A lot of contact down low, but New Zealand is playing well as they're trying to set a screen and a legal offense there, and it will be New Zealand's ball. Oh, they throw it inside. No shot. Now they shoot, and it's off the bottom bar. Now Singapore trying to get out of their zone, and they do. Comes Ong, Shu Wong on. Now Singapore pressing again. Another long possession coming here, perhaps. They shoot. Unable to score. Close there. Trying to catch the Kiwis sleeping. But they get bailed out by the post. Throwing up ahead. Comes a golden opportunity, perhaps. And they're stopped. Now Singapore looking for an answer here. But New Zealand with a great turnover there, forcing the ball in their hands once again. Now the Kiwis will head back the other way. Kiwis with an opportunity to extend this lead to 2 with 1:10 left in this half. Lots of time here for them to set up their offense. They throw it to the right side. Nice pass there. Good opportunity, but Singapore gets a paddle on it. Here comes the cutter now. To the left side. Good shot. Oh, nice save there by Singapore. Under a minute left still. Singapore now coming back the other way. perhaps have an opportunity to score here and tie the game up before the half. Give them go a long way for their momentum if they do so. Final 20 seconds. No shot clock. Singapore's going to have to get a shot off soon, however. And this time will be a foul, however. No goal. Try to play back. Last shot of the half, and it's over the net. And that'll do it for half number one. 1-0. But New Zealand was able to capitalize on their opportunity. Be back in the second half.
Come on, Kiwi!
Just about to get the second half on their way here between New Zealand women and Singapore women. I think I'm first. But got a in the arm and And New Zealand trying to clear out of their own zone. Kiwis, their lead. Now Singapore try and muster up something here. And they answer back here. Try to make it 1-1. Good turnover there, and Kiwis now trying to go. Oh, they throw it right in the hands of the Singapore player. Singapore just desperately trying to get it out. The attack by Catherine Bolton is near turnover there, backing Singapore right up into their own zone as New Zealand is playing their full press now. I think Singapore expected this one. And it will be the Kiwis' ball off that turnover. So they're trying to throw it inside, cannot. Near shot, they shoot now, and it's off the mark there, but it will stay their ball as it goes off one of the oars of the players on Singapore, so it will be a corner for New Zealand. Another save there, and it will stay New Zealand's ball. Singapore turns it over, and they're trying to go back the other way now. Here comes the Singapore women. Trying to put together something here. And there's a push, and it will be New Zealand's ball. There's a push on the play with the Singapore player. That was Tan, Lee Lang Tan, committing the foul. Now, New Zealand with a golden opportunity here. Gonna get it to her right hand. No shot. Now they shoot, and it's a goal. 2-0 for New Zealand. Pass it over to the left side. The right side, I should say. Now they're going to the middle. Set up their offense once again. Under 5 minutes now left in the game. New Zealand still with a 1-0 lead off that early goal in the first. Oh, near goal again, but Singapore with the paddle on it. New Zealand will have a corner here, and they throw it in. And good opportunity here for New Zealand in the middle. Can't get a shot off, and now they do, and they score. That's Julie Bolton. Big time shot there, giving New Zealand a 2-0 lead. Oh, I'm sorry, I guess they won't count that. Illegal shot there, and they get a turnover, however. Now they're going to take it up. Comes the Kiwi. They have an opportunity to drive in. Tries to float it up into the middle. Nice pass. Shoot, and they score this time. It will be 2-0 now for New Zealand. 3:41 left in the game. Singapore perhaps. There's a lot of time left, but this Kiwi defense is tough to get by. See if they can break their goose egg here and put one on the board. Right side of the pitch now. They throw it in. Shoot, nice save there. Time block. That's Julie Bolton. Once again, who just scored that previous goal. Under 3 minutes now. Singapore needs a goal. They need two, in fact. Trying to throw it ahead, and they do. They throw it ahead, but it's again New Zealand's defense coming up big here, denying Singapore any chance, and they force a turnover. They'll go back the other way now, trying to add to this lead. They have a little momentum coming back down the other way. Nice stop there by Singapore. Good defensive play. She gets flipped over her kayak. They throw it ahead. And now they have a man. Here comes Singapore trying to answer back. Trying to get one. And they score, Singapore. Now it's only a 2-1 lead for New Zealand. Just over 90 seconds left. Plenty of time here to equalize this game. They finally found a hole in the New Zealand defense. Comes New Zealand now trying to make this an insurmountable lead, trying to add to it here. Just over a minute left. Opportunity, nice save there by Singapore. That was NG there, coming up big with the paddle. Golden opportunity, another save there. It will stay New Zealand's ball. Time stopped. Free shot coming up here for the Kiwis. This could just about do it here. And they score, and it's 3-1 now, 1:04 left. Maybe a little too late here for For Singapore, I beg your pardon, to come back into this game, as New Zealand's defense is very tough. Just under a minute now. It will be the Kiwis' ball once again. And they throw it ahead here on the right side. They shoot. Oh, nice save there by Singapore. Will be a corner, however. Final 35 seconds of the game. They throw it in now. Singapore heading the other way. Still down 3-1, final 15 seconds. This will be the Kiwis' game. They will come away with a big victory here. Just winding down the time. And that'll do it. New Zealand beats Singapore with a total of 3-1, low-scoring game, but New Zealand comes away with the win. Coming up next, the Great Britain women versus the Netherlands. We'll be right back.
It might, actually. Is there a better spot for it?
Can I go like here?
Yeah, so that guy's going to be sitting, and he has to have a clear view of the pitch.
Yeah, that's right. I'm blocking his view as well. So it's called the Italian versus Germany today?
Is that you and or Joe?
No, it's a gas in that. 225, I have Italian versus Germany men by myself.
Oh, nice.
I'll be the best guy. Hopefully. This Germany's just like, fuck you.
One guy was trying to put his Great Britain flag right across the scaffolding. I was like, no, that's not gonna happen.
Did they take the New Zealand flag?
Yeah,
Oh, look at that. That's perfect breeze.
that's nice. I'm actually not hot at all right now.
I'm not right now, but I definitely
You know, a little bit of overcast coming.
I hope it stays this way. Like, that would be a beautiful day. I wouldn't mind calling out here if it stays like this, but
No.
I doubt it will.
No. I said it feels like 38 later on this afternoon.
It's tough.
Yeah. No worries.
What we can talk about, Zach?
This is actually a pretty important game.
Why is that?
It's a 2 and 3 matchup in the group. I mean, there's still plenty of. They're still all in group play today. There's no championships at all, but not till tomorrow.
So I turn your mic on too.
Yeah.
Should I turn on now?
I'm 2.
Yeah, you're chill.
Okay. You're 1.
One always has to stay on.
Yeah. 2 doesn't. All right. Never done color before. Like pretty much.
You have like all the insight and everything anyway, so do you want to beat the rosters or?
Honestly, I know this is my 5th time calling Great Britain.
Okay.
I know the team. Netherlands, I'll just go off to you. That's going too far.
I have orange relations.
I've never called the Great Britain one. I think I have another one.
They're good.
Yeah, I've called the one.
Prudence White is probably the best.
Who?
Prudence White, number 2. Probably the best in the team right now. If there's MVP honors, she's probably the
When they line up, we'll go. Hello and welcome back to the ICF Canoe Polo Championships here in Welland, Ontario, Canada. I'm Anthony Gaio, now joined by my color commentator, Zach DeWeird.
Welcome. This is going to be a great game. I'm really excited for this game, Anthony.
Indeed, both powerhouses here today, a battle of the 2 and 3, and we'll see who comes out on top. Britain's had a pretty good tournament so far.
5-0 so far for Great Britain. Recently beating the Swiss 7-2. I got the pleasure of commentating that game. Great Britain, really, they could have poured on 10, 11 goals if they wanted to. A very dominating performance by Great Britain against that Swiss team. And in the end, they were just pressing. That Great Britain defense really pressing on the Netherlands. We'll see if they can do that again. Today, the Netherlands a very offensive team. And Great Britain, if they can get that press, I should see Great Britain coming out on top of this game.
And here comes a sprint, and there's Blythe winning it for Great Britain. And early on the attack here, a lot of space on the water. Getting into the lane here. They'll smartly pull it back and reset their offense and set up a play here.
Prudence Blythe with the ball. She scored 4 of those 7 goals yesterday against the Swiss. Already close to 20 goals for Prudence Blythe on this tournament, 5 games in.
Early opportunity there for the Brits. They get their own rebound here, and we'll have another crack at it. Good defense there by the Netherlands, however. Prudence Blythe now setting up the offense for Britain. Ooh, chance there on the right side. Getting a paddle on it is Beaver for the Netherlands. I beg your pardon, that's Bink.
Great Britain, this is their 13th time in this tournament. 3 times they come out with the gold medal, trying to make it 4. Their most recent result, they got 6th place, trying to bounce back after that 26 performance in Italy.
Right-hand side now, another save there from the Dutch, getting a paddle on it. Britain not seeing a lot of space here and not a lot of opportunity for an open net.
All the Netherlands players are inside that middle trying to clog up. You see Josephine Beaver of Great Britain trying to make space, but there's just no way she's getting by those Dutch defenders.
Now an opportunity for the Brits. They find someone inside off the crossbar. Will head back the other way to the Dutch.
Before that shot was taken, there was a foul committed by Great Britain. It would have been no goal, but nonetheless, it did hit the frame of the goal, and the Netherlands now have possession. Like I was saying before, look at this Great Britain press, not giving anything to the Dutch. Man-to-man defense now by Great Britain.
Bit of a risky strategy here, though, Zach, because you can easily give up an opportunity on the other end if you don't play this full press right.
Like you said, now it's just a one-on-one situation here for the Dutch.
The Dutch can't get past half pitch, and just like that, they turn it over. And now it's a one-on-one opportunity the other way here. See if the Brits can take advantage of it. Backhand shot. Oh, beautiful shot there.
That was something else. Very good shot. That was Virginia Coyles. And that Prudence Blythe, Virginia Coyles, that was 1-2. You see a lot of Prudence Blythe giving the ball to Coyles. A very lethal finisher that is Virginia Coyles, and you saw it right there, showing a bit of class in that finish.
What a beautiful shot there. Now let's see if the Dutch can answer back here with their first offensive attack of the game. So far through the first 2.5 minutes of this game, it's been Britain's possession. See if the Netherlands can turn it around here. Throw it across the pitch here is Littlewood. Or I beg your pardon, Vandenberg. Wessels back up top to Vandenvelde. The Dutch now coming in from the right side. Back into the middle, can't handle the pass. They shoot and they score, they answer right back. Beautiful shot there by Vandenberg. Alicia Vandenberg with the strike, and the Dutch answer right back. 7:06 left in the half.
Very good possession there by the Netherlands, trying to work that ball around that outside of the Great Britain middle, finally finding Vandenberg in the middle. That's the name of the game in canoe polo. Get that ball inside and get the shot on target.
Great response there by the Dutch. You don't want to go in a hole against this Great Britain team because they're so good defensively that if you get in a hole, it's hard to score on them.
Absolutely.
Now they're going to come back the other way and try to get an answer of their own and retake the lead. Where it's playing it inside. It's flipped on our kayak, but a golden opportunity here, and they score once again. Beautiful shot there by Littlewood. Bethan Littlewood answers back.
Bit of an unconventional play there by Great Britain. They got it inside to Beaver once again, got flipped, and quickly flipped it back to Littlewood. Great finish there by the number 5 player of Great Britain, Bethan Littlewood, to put Great Britain up on top by a score of 2-1.
Dutch once again find themselves in a hole. Now they have to come back once again, and we'll see if they answer. Left side now, Charlotte Bakes throws it across the pitch, trying to find someone inside. But the Great Britain pressure, they forced the turnover, but it was a foul, and it will stay the Dutch's possession.
The illegal use of the paddle there. It was on number 5, Bethan Littlewood, the goal scorer for Great Britain.
Now the Dutch, another opportunity, great paddle save there by the Brits. And now they have an outlet. Trying to race down the pitch, but there's the Dutch recovering fast. Great defense.
Great Britain will use that a lot during the course of this game, trying to get the ball quickly on possession, and they always will have a defender quickly on the break, just a little bit too far in front of Bethan Littlewood this time. But you look for that to be used a lot throughout the course of this game.
Dutch will set up their offense once again and try to pot one in the net with the best shot possible. They like to take their time on offense and really find that good shot and not settle for anything less.
Yeah, there's no rush right now. Still 5 minutes left in the first half. Just trying to find a seam inside that middle. Remember, that's how they scored their first goal, getting inside to Vandenberg. Vandenberg now gets the ball once again and will be flipped over.
Opportunity here, though. She regains possession, and it will be a Dutch corner, however. The Brits not agreeing with that one. They thought it came off her paddle, off the Dutch's player's paddle, but it will stay their possession regardless.
Again, you saw Vandenberg getting possession. She's going to keep on going throughout the course of this game. That's a very important position that Vandenberg plays. She's trying to split those Great Britain kayaks, and trying to make space for those players outside to get inside the middle, trying to make it a more offensive threat for the Dutch.
Here's Beaver back on the pitch, throws it ahead to Blythe. Oh, nice play there by Blythe. Getting across pitch with the paddle. Here's Beaver inside. Can't find a lane there. And it will go back the other way. Legal possession there by the Brits.
Yeah, legal possession there by Great Britain. You cannot have two hands on the paddle and have possession at the ball at the same time. Just a silly mistake there by Great Britain gives the Netherlands possession.
Whistle on the play. Now the Dutch just getting half pitch here. They finally play it in and trying to set up their offense once again. Now they're going to try and drive down the right side of the pitch, but the full press here by the Brits are putting a lot of pressure on Netherlands. And once again, another turnover. They look for the outlet, and here comes the Brits, a 2-on-1. Nice pass inside. Dean shoots, and they score. Bethan Dean with the goal, and it makes it a 3-1 lead for the Brits.
Like I said before, that outlet pass, that Prudence Blythe will try and find Virginia Coyles. She found Coyles, and Bethan Dean luckily right to her left. Easy goal there by Great Britain. A very good counterattack there by Great Britain. Puts them up by a score of 3-1.
There's still lots of time in this game, however, Zach, but the Dutch, last thing they want to do is go down 3 goals to the Brits. 3-1 now. Don't want to let it get any bigger than that because the Brits are so good. Like we said at the start, undefeated in this tournament. See if the Dutch can answer.
Yeah, it was 4-1 at halftime between Great Britain and Switzerland. And then right away at the beginning of the second half, Great Britain scored 2 right away. And that is definitely not on the minds of the Dutch. Great shot that time by Vandenberg, as I steal your call, Anthony. But corner now for the Dutch.
Coming to the corner now. Bink will throw it in for the Dutch. You see right there on the corner. Full press right away. Don't want them to have any space here. Any chance to come back. Another whistle on the play here.
Prudence Blythe getting called. Illegal use of the paddle on that. Clearly not happy with that call. Arguing with the referee. Won't do anything. And as we take the free shot by the Netherlands, blocked by Great Britain.
Wessels now. Smartly plays it back out. And another whistle there again. And you can hear from the Brit fans, they're not happy with the ref today. Feel like the calls are not going their way and a green card awarded.
Green card awarded that time. It was the number 6, Virginia Coyles. A green card, just a warning. Of course, if you get a second green card for the same offense, it will be a yellow card, meaning a 2-minute penalty, and your team will be down 1 kayak. So Virginia Coyles have to be a little more careful as we still have a full 10 minutes to go, plus the 2-minute 16 left in half number 1.
Ref's just getting, they just call it, they untime it, and the clock is back on, and final 2:15 of the half, like you just said. Dutch would love to get a goal here to gain some momentum going into the second half. What a beautiful save there by the Brits, however. That was Brown coming up clutch there with the paddle. Now the Brits will head the other way down the left side of the pitch.
You saw there Allison Brown making the save. Great Britain uses Brown specifically for the goalkeeping. They use Brown when they have a chance to sub, when the Dutch have possession, or any other team has possession in their own end. Brown quickly getting right back off. So we see Bethan Littlewood come back on for Great Britain.
Prudence Blythe now. Cross pitch pass. Corner now shot. Oh, almost a beautiful shot there going off the crossbar. The Dutch striking some luck with their friendly friend, the post.
Great shot that time by number 1, Amy Robson of Great Britain. Caught Netherlands kind of sleeping on that, not expecting her to shoot just off the top of the crossbar. Still 3-1 for Great Britain.
Plenty of time here for the Brits to set up their offense, wind the time down a bit. Last thing you want to do is let the Dutch have another possession here. Give them a chance to cut this lead in half. Great opportunity here coming on the left side of the pitch. Here's Blythe. Tries to control the ball. Fakes the shot. Passes it back out, however. Coyles now. Back to Littlewood. Littlewood cross to Blythe. Brits trying to set up their offense. Blythe now cutting in, shoots over the net, and it will be the Dutch's ball. Good opportunity there, just a little too strong on the strike.
You'll see Blythe do that a lot. Try and hide the ball behind her back, getting that quick release there behind her back, trying to fool the Netherlands just over top. Look for Prudence Blythe to use that more in half number 2 of this game.
Near turnover there. The Brits still on the full press here. The final 20 seconds left. The Dutch would love to get an opportunity, but again on the paddle. The Brits not happy about the call once again.
Green card now shown to Bethan Littlewood. She will get illegal use of the paddle. And now 2 players on Great Britain now have that green card. Have to be a little bit careful as we approach half number 2.
And the ball is played in. Final 15 seconds. Can the Dutch outlet it and get something going here? Perhaps just play it safe, not let Britain get a goal. Another foul there.
Prudence Blythe just being a little bit too aggressive. She's not happy with the call. She thought it was a fair play, and the fans to her right, the Great Britain fans definitely agree with Blythe.
And that'll do it for half number 1. 3-1 for Great Britain over Netherlands. We'll be back in the second half with more canoe polo action.
Solid game so far. Like I said, that press, it's killer.
Have you been listening the whole time?
I know, like Anthony said, I could deal with this the whole day.
If it's overcast like this and there's a nice breeze, I don't mind at all. I doubt I will stay. Down the headphone ears a bit. Out here and call 3 more games.
But you get good games when you're out here. Or just that one you were talking about, Italy, Germany.
I got the U21, Italy versus Germany, and then I have Italy versus Germany. Like
really, they're both playing against each other.
Yeah, U21. When I come back, I got Russia versus Brazil, man, and then I have Great Britain U21 women versus U21 Germany, and then Italian.
Russia, Brazil will be a bit of a dud.
So there's no guess for pitch 2 in the semifinals, but she said we can work with some if you want to do the go together.
Or do you not have a game that time?
I have 1240 and 1210.
I have 1240 as well, and 1210.
Right now,
I have 1240 and a 1205.
sometimes
You don't have 1240? Who do you have? Italian U21?
Yeah, I have Italy and Germany. I have Italy.
Maybe you were put together already.
That's on my screen. We'll figure it out after this.
Back here for the second half of women's action here. Netherlands versus Great Britain, 3-1. Great Britain has the lead after one half. Zach, what did you see in that first half that allowed Great Britain to have this 2-goal lead?
Well, I mentioned earlier that Great Britain press that has really wreaked havoc on all of their opponents so far. They just cannot find a way to get it past half when the defense is so pressurizing by Great Britain. I think the Dutch have to be happy that they're only down 2 here at half number 2.
Like you said, they have to be happy. They have to be a little lucky there. They got bailed out there once again by the right post. Great Britain with another strike there, just unable to capitalize. And on the left side here, here's Blythe, Prudence Blythe. Throws it in the middle. Good defense there by the Dutch, but it will stay the Brits' ball. A little too aggressive there on the defense by the Netherlands.
I think if the Netherlands just salvage a point out of this game, that opens up that Group F wide open here in the women's bracket. They've already played Germany, the other 2-0 team. Great Britain, now if they can get 1 point against Great Britain, that puts them in good contention to try and get that second spot. Hopefully Great Britain can beat Germany then for the Dutch. But if they can get top 2, that means they go on to the semifinals tomorrow. We'll see how they do. Like I said, Netherlands happy to get a point as that ball will go out for another Great Britain corner.
The Brits really are not afraid to strike it, eh? Early in this half, they've already had a couple good opportunities here, unable to capitalize due to the post and the Dutch's defense, but Great Britain definitely doesn't hold back.
They did this last time in half number 1. Netherlands didn't get possession until 2.5 minutes into the half. Ooh. And again, it will be Great Britain ball. Now close to that 2.5 minute mark, just over 2 minutes have been played here on half number 2. Coming into this game, the Netherlands, this is their 9th appearance here, the best they've ever done. They got the bronze medal back in 2016.
Shot opportunity, another save by the Dutch.
And another Great Britain corner, just out of bounds past that buoy line. But like you said, great save by the Netherlands. Really that goalkeeper keeping them in, still a 2-goal lead. The Netherlands have to be happy with how their goalkeeper is playing.
They have to be happy, but at the same time, they got to be a little worried. It's been in their zone for the first 2.5 minutes of this half. Same story as the first half. Let's see if the Dutch can turn it around here and get it out and get a big stop and lead to another great offensive opportunity. Brits now up top with the ball. Going to reset their offense here. Brits showing their veteranship here and holding onto the ball, wasting the time off the clock. Now a full 3 minutes just about with the ball for this half. They get it inside. Robson. Oh, almost a nice shot there. Unable to get it in, another post save. Finally, the Dutch get possession, and they're going to try and head it out. They have 2 women on the left side. Unable to steer was the captain, Charlotte Bakes.
That Great Britain press, once again, Netherlands finally getting it past half. But we mentioned this before. Now they are acceptable to that counterattack, and just a little bit too far was that pass.
Now on the counterattack, the Brits come down the left side of the pitch. Here's Coyle with the ball. Throws it back smartly to Prudence Blythe. Brits don't have to do anything too aggressive here on the offensive end. They just go through the motions here and find the best shot for them. They don't need to rush into anything here.
No, there's a full minute shot clock, now down to 40 seconds, but they can really waste this time. They know how dangerous this Dutch team can be. And if the Dutch can make it a 1-goal game, it really is anybody's game with about half a minute or half the half left to go.
Top now Blythe. Going to reset their offense here. 4 minutes into the second half. It's been all Great Britain so far. The score 3-1 still. The Dutch need to do something here to get it out of their zone. Get a big defensive stop. Right on cue there, they stop it. But a great opportunity here, and they score. Beautiful shot there by Amy Robson, netting it in the back of the net, giving the Brits a 4-1 lead here. 5:49 left in the half.
Bit of a mental error there by the Netherlands. A great save right away by Vandenberg, but then the Netherlands tried to go up the pitch right away, and that left Amy Robson wide open. Bethan Dean did get the goal that time by Great Britain, unmarked, and it will be an easy goal there for Bethan Dean.
And on the other end, the Dutch try to respond with a half-pitch shot, but unable to do so. But it did go off a paddle of one of the Brits, and it will be a corner for the Netherlands.
The Netherlands look for them to play a little more aggressive now, down by 3. And like I said, they got to try and get a point out of this. They've already lost 2 games in this championship side, or excuse me, 1 game. They lost 3-1 to the Germans, lost 8 or beat Denmark 8-3 yesterday. Great Britain, they're 2-0 after that game against the Swiss, and a 10-3 win against Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, like you said, they're going to have to get a little bit more aggressive on offense, but also on defense. When do you expect that full press to come into play?
I would see around that 4-minute mark. As you see, one possession should go to about a minute, but they cannot let Great Britain run that clock down to 60 seconds. Around 4 minutes is when I would assume that press to be. Although now, like Great Britain, they have a 3-on-0.
Here comes Blythe. Prudence Blythe with an open net. All she needs to do is pot it in there. And she does, of course, extending the lead. 5-1, 4:38 left in the half. Maybe a little bit too much, maybe a little too late here for the Netherlands.
Yeah, I was going to say that may have been the dagger there by Prudence Blythe. 5-1, 4 minutes left, and it's going to be tough to get one goal on this Great Britain team. Nonetheless, 4 goals is what Netherlands have to do.
Well, there is lots of time left. Anything is possible, but against this veteran Great Britain team, you can only hope, but we'll see.
The Netherlands being a little more calm than I would have expected. They have 4 players now trying to get that charge, now 5.
Oh, beautiful shot there by the Dutch, answering right back with that one. 5-2, 4:19 left.
I think they caught Great Britain sleeping. That was Alison Brown in goal, who I said before was that designated goalkeeper, as you will. Most teams just have all 5 players being able to play goalkeeper. They have Alison Brown, who just specializes in goalkeeping, just caught her sleeping a little bit. And the Dutch, maybe a little bit of hope.
Yeah, like you said, the goaltender Brown, it's a rare goal there on her, let alone a half pitch shot. But we'll see if the Brits can respond here. Very capable, obviously. 5 goals already on the board. And pressing once again here in the middle. The Dutch take it back, but it will stay the Brits' ball. A little too aggressive there on the defensive end by the Dutch.
Yeah, it looks like an illegal use of the paddle there by the Netherlands, and Virginia Coyle with the shot.
Blythe, shot fake. Now she goes in off the post once again. It will be the Dutch's ball. A foul committed there by the Brits.
If the Dutch are to get a point, they have to be happy with how the post has been playing in their favor. That's now the 4th time Great Britain has hit the frame of the goal.
This score could very easily be maybe 8-2 as opposed to 5-2. That's how much has hit the post.
Great Britain, they'll probably just calm this thing right down. 50 seconds left on that shot clock. Just over 3 minutes left on the game clock.
Ref calling time here. Brits will have great position. Now they're back on. Smartly passes it out as the shot clock did reset. Now they have a full minute to kill here. 3:10 left on the game clock.
I guess the Dutch are proving me wrong. I thought they'd be pressuring in this situation. Down 3. There is still a little bit of hope, but now Great Britain has the opportunity to just run the shot clock right down.
You'd think it would be desperation time for them, but the Dutch taking a different approach than expected. See if it works out for them. Prudence Blythe at the top with the ball once again.
There's just the one Great Britain player inside trying to make some room, and another post that time by Great Britain as I was talking.
Rebound, however, another post shot. The accuracy is not on today for the Brits, but somehow they keep possession, and the shot clock has reset again.
Like you said, more importantly, that shot clock did reset after that shot that time by Josephine Beaver. And now the Great Britain, they can run the shot clock or game clock down to near minute 20 just by having possession, passing it around at the top of that Dutch zone.
They're cutting in, however, still looking to score. They play it back out smartly, and Prudence Blythe will recycle that offensive set. Coyles once again passes it back out. Smart strategy here from the Brits. They don't want anything stupid here, leading to a easy offensive possession for the Dutch. And it's been all Great Britain so far with the offensive possession.
Yeah, I don't see Great Britain being in any rush. They're very content with a 5-2 victory at this point over a strong Dutch team. Like we said, it was a 2-3 matchup coming into this game. And the Dutch, it looks like they're going to have to fall to a 1-2 record in this championship round. Great Britain well on the way to a 3-0.
And Virginia Coyles adding insult to injury there with another goal, extending the lead to 4, 6-2, just under 90 seconds left remaining in this game.
Yeah, the Dutch, it was a good effort. They kept it close, like we said, at that halftime mark, just 3-1. But Great Britain, that press we've seen, just too much for the Dutch.
They do add one on here, a little too late, however. 1:14 left, but now you're just playing for pride if you're the Dutch.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You're just playing for pride. That goal differential still could be a factor. You never know. Germany or Great Britain could lose a surprising game later on. the Dutch are not out of this by any means, but yeah, they're just playing for pride, playing for that goal differential. Like I said, it does mean a lot in this championship round.
Right. It is 6-3, however, just over a minute left. The game is winding down here. I expect the Brits, me and you probably expect the Brits just to really dribble it out and leave little time for the Netherlands.
Yeah, it will be about 10 seconds.
Oh, they are going to strike.
This shot clock, and it was a good idea that time with that strike. And now Great Britain trying to play, because it's looking like Great Britain and Germany will finish in that top 2. So if they are to tie in this championship round, that goal differential will mean a lot. So maybe it's not a bad idea for Great Britain to try and pile up these goals, because after goal differential, if they were to tie in that, it would be goals 4. And obviously you want to have the easier semifinal playing number 2 in the other pool instead of number 1 if you were to finish second in this pool.
Brits there with another forced turnover, and that could just about do it if they hold the ball. Shot clock has been turned off, but like you said, the point differential is important, so I wouldn't be surprised if they try and add another one in here. But it looks like Blythe is in no rush to head up the pitch. Last 20 seconds of the game now.
Yeah, I'm sure Prudence Blythe is very tired. She's been on the full 20 minutes. She has no problem just kind of floating down the water.
She is really the true leader of this team. We're talking coming in here. Perhaps a leading candidate for the MVP of this tournament.
Blythe with the ball once again. She's going to try and go falling down. Great opportunity, but that will do it for this game.
Final score 7-3 for Great Britain over Netherlands. More action coming up next. Joe will be taking my place here. Zach is staying right there. See you later.
Good game, sir?
So
We're calling 12:05 and 12:40 together.
are we?
Yeah, here. Pitch two.
What if I don't want it?
If you don't want it, you don't have to.
Bye. I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, that's fine. I was expecting to call that anyways, because I got that wrong.
I don't know what the.
I'll go find the rosters upstairs.
Yep.
Great Britain U21 and Germany U21 women. And then it's Italian.
Nice.
It's fine, I'm not mad. Okay. Go in the air conditioning for a bit.
Just so you know,
Oh, yeah, that'll be awesome.
I like the board, and I'm standing on the middle part for the camera to see. The CPs are really weak.
The middle board's loose?
No, yeah. Okay. The tripod legs are all front and back ones, so
Yeah, well, no, it should be fine. Yeah. I should grab my pass so nobody gives me a hard time. A lot of glasses, I suppose.
Actually, Anthony, I think I left my pass upstairs in the broadcast room. If you come down, do you mind bringing it down?
Yeah, I'll bring it. Where is it?
I don't know. If there's a lone pass, you know it's mine. All right, let's
So,
kill it.
Consolation.
This is a consolation game?
Yeah.
Consolation side of the bracket?
Consolation, yes. Round robin. Australia, Poland. Have you called these two yet?
I feel like I've done Australia.
Okay.
Yeah, I have done Australia early on in the week, though.
I don't really have much on them, just the records. For the.
Whole thing is something. We have to make stuff up.
Good turnout today.
Yeah, really, no kidding.
So on play-by-play, right?
Play. Have you done color yet? You said you did color with Lynn.
Yeah. Essentially, I did color with it. I've been doing play-by-play the entire time. Poland's red, right? And Australia's black and yellow. Is that green? Yeah. I have sunglasses on. Yeah, it's green. Okay. Are you... This is your first 2 games, right? And then when do you go back? I'm assuming you're up there.
I'm up there for 10:55, so I have a game break.
Okay. Cool.
Spain, Iran.
Spain and Iran. That should
Be a decent
men's?
game. Yeah.
So that's the good Iran team.
Yeah.
Okay.
They fell to the Dutch 5-4 yesterday.
Yeah. I remember they almost came back.
They were down 5-2. And then I get Japan, Singapore, so that's going to be a consolation game. I don't know what to expect in that game. And then I get semifinals for U21 women. New Zealand, Poland, that'll be a good game. Those are the 2 teams that combined to beat Argentina by score 76-0. New Zealand scored 37. Poland scored 39. They played each other and Poland won 6-5.
That's close.
I know, I'm excited.
And then Great Britain, Poland, U21 men final. That'll be good too.
Ja.
Welcome back to the 2018 ICF Canoe Polo World Championships here in Welland, Ontario. It is the women's open bracket, and it is the consolation round. It is Poland, and it is Australia. I'm Joe D'Agostino alongside Zach DeWeird for this game on pitch 2.
Yeah, I'm excited for this game. This is going to be a game, this is a final game of this group stage, trying to figure out what place they will be and what game they will try and play for. So these teams are trying to play for that in between those 13 and 16 spots. So this is the final game, trying to figure out what spot they're going to play in. Australia, they had a very tough group stage, I'm going to say. They went 0-3 in that group stage. Those first 2 games, not ones to remember. 17-0 to Great Britain, 15-0 to France. But they've bounced back, beating Canada 2-1 and China 5-2 in this consolation bracket. So let's try and go 3-0 after a rough start to this tournament.
In Australia, they've proven that they are a team that can be competitive all game long. For Poland, 1-0-1 in this consolation bracket. And here's the opening sprint, and it looks like possession will start with the Australians.
Yeah, for both these teams, you want to get on the board early. These are both very offensive teams. So if you can stay defensive, if you're the Polish side now, if you can stay defensive, try and get a few stops early on, put one in quickly, you're on the right foot to coming out with a victory.
This is Jennifer Stevens on the outside who flips it up in the middle. Laura Kleinram. It appears there was a foul, and possession will flip over to Poland. This is Bazan taking it and pushing it forward herself. Maybe looking for a pass instead, but instead they decide to reset their offense.
Just that one Polish attacker inside the middle. She's now coming back out, trying to make some space for the rest of her teammates. You want to get 2 kayaks in there, trying to make some room, split that Australian defense to try and get an open shot for your teammates.
And that is Madesh, who just flipped it back to the outside as this Polish team tries to get something going. 18 seconds on the shot clock, so not a lot of time now to really make one final attack here. We just got past a minute and a half here in the first half, still 0-0. And a tough shot going off the top of the bar there. That was Justina Tyrowicz.
Yeah, Tyler was trying to catch that Australian goalkeeper sleeping just over top of the crossbar. Great opportunity there for Poland. Now they got to get back. Australia quickly on the counter.
And for a shot that far down the pitch, a good look. Could have been a huge goal for Poland, looking to come in first of this consolation bracket. Jennifer Stevens flipping it to the outside for Australia, but the pressure being put on by this Polish defense.
I think this is a much bigger game for Poland. Poland currently tied with Canada in this group stage with that 1-0-1 record. Poland lost to Canada 3-2 just yesterday, as we see Australia get goal number 7, Alana Pakol.
And a huge goal for Australia. Their first possession of this game was a quick turnover for them to get in their first real set and get the first goal. Australia can maybe continue their winning ways here in this consolation bracket.
Poland, now it's time to bounce back. You can't go down in a 2-0 hole early on. Like I said, this is a very important game for Poland. If it's basically a win and you go to the next game, a lose, they're headed home.
And Poland, expectations, maybe not the consolation bracket for this tournament. So they want to finish as strong as they can. Deflected out of bounds. And it looks like it will be a corner at the bottom of the pitch. It is number 3, Marta Bokun. Tough shot inside, and that is the first goal here for this Polish team. Marlena Madej ties this game up with 6:49 left on the clock.
Now, if you're watching inside that Australian zone, there were 3 Polish attackers. That really was why that goal went in. You see often only one goes in, but when you have 3, it's just so tough for that defensive side, whether you should block the shot or the pass. They blocked the pass, wrong decision. Great goal there by Poland.
And you mentioned that these are 2 offensive teams, as now Australia gets their second of the game. Anna Thompson makes it 2-1. I was about to say that maybe defense, we won't see much of it in this game, and already a 2-1 lead for Australia.
Yeah, not a much better answer than that for Australia. About 5-10 seconds after that beginning, right away. 2-1. 6 minutes, 24 seconds left to go in half number 1.
Couple of goals in succession for both teams, as Poland will look for their response to Australia's goal. They will reset on the outside. Tyrowicz bringing it up herself. 2 Polish players in Australia's zone, but they don't like it, so they're going to reset.
Yeah, like you mentioned, all those players inside the Australian zone, I mentioned it before, they're just trying to find a gap, trying to open up that Australian defense, trying to get one of their far attackers to get inside, or a lead pass. This time, great chance there for Poland once again.
And that was Bokun who took the shot, but Carly Goodwin, the captain of Australia, as the keeper, makes a good deflection. It goes out of bounds, so possession will stay with Poland. Shot clock resets to 60. 2-1 lead for Australia. Both teams going back and forth right now.
Australia coming back into this tournament after taking a brief hiatus, if you were. They got 3rd place in 2012. Now back in this tournament.
And another shot there by Bokun. Almost the same spot, but this time it goes off the post instead of a deflection, which means possession will flip to Australia. Goodwin will take it up.
Yeah, almost an identical play of how they scored right off that corner. Going in herself, Australia again looking for that pass. Look for Poland to use that play again. That's definitely a designed play that they have came up with early on in this tournament.
They may have found their sweet spot on this offensive attack. Only 1 goal to show for it, though, for Poland, as Australia looks for their 3rd. This is number 5, Anna Thompson, taking a tough shot from a tough angle. It will be deflected, though, and possession will stay with the Australians.
Yeah, Polish maybe got a bit of a touch on that. Australia will keep possession, and now we get to see Australia's first corner. See if they have a design play to try and increase this lead from 1 to 2.
At the top of the pitch is where the corner will be thrown. Clock stops. 4:34 left here. We're at the Welland International Flatwater Center. The final game of this consolation bracket, Australia and Poland. Australia currently up 2-1 deflection, and they will rethrow the corner, and just flipping it all the way to the top is Australia.
Now you just see that one Australian player in the middle, although Poland trying that press, and it's going to be a great save that time by Poland. Poland really pressing on that Australian attack, but it did create that gap inside the middle. Great shot that time, and even better save.
And that was Justyna Tyrowicz, the captain of Poland, who made the save, bringing it up herself, as Poland will look for maybe a quick response to their great defense. But it's Australia who makes a save this time. Both captains playing good defense right now. Carly Goodwin flipping it over to Laura Kleinram.
For Poland, that shot would not have counted if it was gone in. It would have been an illegal use of the paddle. Australia with that free shot.
And after a quick 3 goals by these teams, both offensive sides, not really getting much. Still 2-1. And a nice touch shot there to make it a 3-1 lead for Australia.
Yeah, that was a very tough shot. Like you said, just floated over top of that paddle. Poland maybe would have liked to get better, just a little bit underneath that ball. But Australia nonetheless up 3-1, just over 3 minutes left to go.
This is the largest lead of the game. 2 goals in favor of Australia. Poland looking for an attack. That was Tyrowicz who flips it inside, a couple of passes underneath the net. Pump fake, but again, another save by Australia. Their defense is starting to hold through now and maybe working the transition. 2-on-1. We'll see how they play this. Tough shot there with the goal keep, but it is no mistake about it there for Australia, the 4th of the game. That was Jennifer Stevens extending this lead to 3.
Yeah, that's so tough for the Polish goalkeeper. You never know when she's going to pass, when she's going to shoot. Stevens made no mistake just underneath that bar. Great shot by Stevens. 4-1 leads Australia.
And in a 2-on-1 situation, it's still a tough decision to make. Do you shoot it or do you pass it? Australia, they made the right decision there. A great shot. And now this game may be starting to pull away from Poland.
Yeah, like I said, Poland really does have to win this game. Canada is playing the winless Chinese currently on pitch number 4. We'll try and keep an eye on that game for you as well. But Poland, they need to at least get a point if they want to try and advance to that placement game.
Poland at the top. That is number 1, Gabriela Bazan. Taking a shot herself. Deflection. And it will be a corner. At the bottom of the pitch, it looks like. And it is. It will be Bazan who took the shot. She will be the one to throw the corner.
We've seen Poland score off the corner early on in this half. Let's see if they go back to that same play. It's a different player this time now with Bazan, but we'll see if they design that play. She is going to go up that left side of the pitch. Now go to the far side.
Good look here for Poland. Goes over the net. They'll say it's a deflection. Once again, another corner. Bazan at the bottom of the pitch. She will take the corner once again. Poland looking for a response. 3 unanswered by Australia. She throws it to herself.
Poland trying to get another player inside that middle, trying to flip it towards that player. And now illegal use of the paddle against Australia. Poland, a golden opportunity. A free shot just in front of that Australian goal.
And a much-needed shot for Poland. Down by 3. And they make no mistake about it. That was Marta Bokun giving them their 2nd goal of this game. And as we're closing in on this first half, a much-needed response to maybe build some momentum in the final 10 minutes.
Yeah, Joe, you're absolutely right. Much needed response. Get that momentum heading into halftime. Now you know it would be even better, a fantastic stop here for Poland. Get possession once again, maybe cut the deficit to 1 before that 3-minute halftime break.
And on the flip side, Australia still 45 seconds to respond to that second goal by Poland. Flipping it forward, a 3-on-4 right now in favor of Poland. Australia is still attacking, and it's deflected. They'll be able to reset. 27 seconds left, though, on the clock. And they're actually going to say it is a goal throw for Poland, so maybe another goal. 20 seconds, they'll have to be quick. "15 seconds. 3 Polish players on the inside. They're going to have to shoot something, and they're going to have to do it quick. Quick on the inside. A look here, but deflected, and that will do it for the first half. Australia, they are 2-0 in the championship, or the consolation round robin. They are up 4-2, so they're in a good spot. We'll see if Poland can maybe make a comeback in the second half.
Yeah.
Thought that went well.
That did go well. I'm happy with how that went. It's a bit of a two teams that aren't really powerhouses by any means, but they made it interesting. 4-2. You never know what can happen. Yeah.
Do you have Wi-Fi?
My computer does have Wi-Fi, yeah.
Can you check the candidates?
I'm doing that right now. Right now it says it hasn't started yet, although obviously my eyes say differently. They're in halftime. Canada.
And we're back here for the second half of this consolation round game for the women's open block. Currently, it's Australia up 4-2 over Poland here at the 2018 ICF Canoe Polo World Championships.
Great half there by both teams. Great offensive half. We expected that, as we said before, a very offensive half. Poland getting one back late, trying to get a little bit of hope and momentum coming into half number 2. Like I said, they need to get pretty much a win here as Canada is playing China right now. They are up 2-0 on the Chinese on pitch number 4. You can catch that on our streams. We have all 4 games being streamed live, ICF canoepolo.com.
And it will be Poland first on the attack, maybe cutting this lead in half, as Australia will look to set up their defense. That was Tyrowicz who passed it and almost deflecting in for Poland, but instead it will go out of bounds. And Poland will get a corner at the bottom of the pitch. It will be number 6, Marlena Madej.
Great vision that time by Tyrowicz. Just as that shot was going to happen, I was going to say great vision, great lead pass that time, and just off the bottom frame of the goal.
And almost a lucky bounce there for Poland. They'll take anything that they can get, though, right now, trying to cut this lead. They're down by 2 as they turn it over, and Australia will gain possession.
Poland, let's see if they start to press this Australian team. They have to be in desperate times eventually into this half. Like I said, they need to get a win if they want to advance to that placement game. Australia, all they need is a point to guarantee.
Obviously, the danger of pressing, maybe leaving your net wide open. But in a situation like this where you need to win this game, at least draw, you have to make something happen, especially as the time continues to go down. Poland will get possession, though, and they will begin an offensive attack.
Poland, they need to get a goal in these next 2 possessions. Now, just over 8 minutes left to play. They need to get a little bit more hope. Just 4-2 is the score, only 2 goals, and that is a silly foul that time. Illegal use of the paddle inside that Australian zone, and that will give Australia possession.
Australia being 2-0 already in this consolation bracket. No need for goals, or extra goals, I should say. Point differential shouldn't be an issue as long as they win this game. So maybe they'll play the clock a little bit more than what we've seen so far in this tournament.
But now we see that Poland press. Now it's a man-to-man. But like you said, that Polish goal is now susceptible to that counter-attack. As we see, a great pass. Goodwin wide open on that Australian side.
And here comes Australia. Stacey Goodwin taking a shot. Good defense. And it will go out of bounds.
Like I said, Poland doing that counterattack, and they found Goodwin wide open. Nobody near her as the goalie was in her net, who would have been covering Goodwin. Goodwin with a great chance, even better save by the Polish netminder.
And that's something that is needed for Poland. Goals are important, but even more than that is to make sure that you don't let this lead increase at all. Australia could do that, though, here. Pushing it forward, Jennifer Stevens flipping it to the outside over to the captain, Carly Goodwin. And movement by Australia looking to reset their offense. A new shot clock after that shot, 40 seconds around there remaining for them to build an attack. Good shot, but just goes over the net, no deflection, and it will go back to Poland.
Yeah, great shot that time. That was Bridget Doyle with the shot, but she's definitely going to want that one back. Up 4-2, that would have put this game away in my opinion. Great opportunity just over top of the net.
But instead of putting that game away, Poland will continue to try to cut this lead. Down 4-2, they're close to the net right now. Not a great look though. Trying to flip it back to the center, and they do. That is Tyrowicz taking a tough shot, and it goes out of bounds. Once again, no deflection, so possession will flip.
Yeah, Tyrowicz with a good shot there, but I think Poland would have liked to get a better shot in that opportunity. A little bit too far, maybe, and Australia would have had an easy save for it had gone on net. Trying to get it inside that middle. That's the name of the game here in Canoe Polo. Tyrowicz settling for a shot just left of the goal.
Maybe putting a little too much pressure on themselves to get that goal quicker than they may need to, as Australia will begin their attack. This is number 5, Anna Thompson, who flips it. And we'll see if Australia can maybe get close to the net. You mentioned the man-to-man defense right now. That net is completely wide open.
But that defense proving to be well used here as Poland does get possession.
Australia still fighting for it, though. That's Tyrowicz. Flips it behind her and gets it to her teammate as Poland maybe a quick opportunity here. It's a race for the ball. Poland will take it. They'll shoot. Great defense, though, by Australia to keep this a 2-goal lead.
As we get ready for that corner, a green card will be showed. Number 4 on Australia, Bridget Doyle, will be getting that green card. green card, just a warning in canoe polo. If you get charged with another green card of the same offense, that will lead to a yellow card. And like hockey terms, it will be a 2-minute penalty. You will be without that kayak for 2 minutes.
And that is not what Australia would need here.
Absolutely not.
Being down a woman, I should say, as they have a 2-goal lead. You can't make any mental errors at this point.
No, that 2-minute penalty all but guarantees 1 goal, perhaps 2, because that 2 minutes will go the full 2 minutes. It's not like in hockey where the power play will be over after that 2 minutes is up.
Staying disciplined, an important key to this game. Just past the halfway mark of the second half. We are still sitting at 4-2. No goals in this second half.
Another illegal use of the paddle. That was now a green card for the whole Polish team. So now if Poland gets a green card, and any individual gets a green card for illegal use of the paddle, it doesn't matter. It's a team green card. That will be another yellow card for Poland.
And we can see Australia already pushing players forward close to the net, maybe trying to spread the pitch out.
Again, we see that Poland press, trying to get possession. They definitely now are in desperation mode.
And it's working. The man-to-man isn't really giving them any space. The only problem is they're not really getting turnovers until now. So it finally works out in Poland's favor. They probably would have liked a turnover in play so they can maybe force a transition opportunity, but instead they'll take this close to the net and it bounces off the kayak. A great look there. It would have been huge. That was Zuzana Grolic.
Poland again using that press.
The press has been their key to this second half so far.
But like you said, that leaves the net wide open, and expect Australia to take a long shot. Here it is, and that will do it. That definitely is the dagger for Poland.
And 5-2 in favor of Australia. The first goal of this second half, it looked like it was number 1, the captain, Carly Goodwin, to extend this lead to 3. And like you said, maybe the clinching goal to put this consolation bracket away, the first seed more than likely going to Australia.
Canada was up 2-0 on the Chinese at halftime. And if Canada wins, this game doesn't matter, but Australia looking to just put away Poland, go 3-0 in that consolation group stage.
Poland taking a shot quickly, maybe a little bit more urgency, but there is a fast break opportunity. All alone is number 3, Jennifer Stevens. Surely the 6th goal, and it is for Australia. We just passed the 3-minute mark. Poland, nothing going right for them here in this second half.
Yeah, 2 quick goals by Australia. Poland did have a shot as we were about 6 minutes left, starting that press like we expected, but Poland just could not convert. A great save on the other end, that time by Goodwin from Australia. But yeah, Poland definitely demoralized after giving up 2 quick ones to Australia.
2:40 left, up by 4. This game has turned into a rout as Poland looks to maybe get 1 more on the board. It's been tough all game though. Their last goal coming in the closing moments of the second half, and Australia once again on the break. 2-on-1, but Poland's closing in.
Foul called against Poland once again. It looked like it was on number 5 that time, the captain, Justiana Chajowicz. Australia now with possession. Shot clock going, game clock going as well. That's the most important thing right now for Australia. Australia absolutely content with this lead. They have no reason to get more goals. They're going to be a 3-0 going on to that placement game, so they can just run down this shot clock now. 45 seconds, bring this game clock now to just over a minute.
But that's not what they're going to do. They're looking for more goals. 6-2, a shot there, deflected by one of the Polish players. It will be a corner at the top of the pitch. Looks like it may be number 3, Jennifer Stevens, who got a goal 2 goals ago for Australia in this second half. She's taking the throw.
Like I said, Australia might run the shot clock, but they have a lot of players inside that Polish zone. Maybe they're not content with goal number 6.
And they may have just turned the ball over. They do. Tyrowicz the captain. She is bringing it up the pitch, looking for maybe the third of the game for Poland. Instead, it will go straight to Australia.
Yeah, Makarowicz was just not expecting that pass from Tyrowicz, still trying to make her way to that Australian middle. Wasn't seeing the pass. Unfortunate break there for Poland.
Just under a minute left in this game. 6-2 in favor of Australia. They will likely be 3-0, finishing the consolation bracket in first place. Poland will not be able to save that right there, and it will be the 7th of this game for Australia, continuing to rain it down on this Polish team that hasn't been able to get into a groove.
Yeah, if the 5-2 goal wasn't the dagger, I think the 7-2 goal definitely was.
And for Poland, obviously disappointing. This game was close. It was 4-2 at halftime. They got that final goal in the second half, looking to maybe close that gap. And they did, but in this second half offensively, nothing going their way. And it looks like it may finish that way. 15 seconds left.
Yeah, very convincing game by Australia. After a rough start, like we said, a combined 32 minus goal differential in the first 2 games, really storming back and winning the last 3 to go into that placement game with a little bit of momentum, trying to end this tournament with a 4-game winning streak.
And they will at least finish 3-0, 7-2 in favor of Australia over Poland. The final game for both of these teams in this consolation round robin. Australia finishing as the first seed. We'll be right back here on pitch 2 for more action. It will be Italy and Chinese Taipei in the men's Open Championship round robin.
I am tempted. I didn't bring my trunks. Yeah. Yeah.
So you're 2 Australia Polands, my 2 Australia Polands.
Yeah.
And then also Argentina U21 Chinese Taipei U21 women's.
You don't need these. Oh, you printed out rosters. Cool.
We ended up printing out a new Chinese Taipei because we were missing it.
Yeah.
And we have another one up there that was printed properly.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, if you could just put those back, that'd be great.
Yeah. You have all the rosters you need down here?
Yeah, I've got all my rosters.
Cool.
Are we calling it a game today?
I am not sure. I think we did pretty well.
I think so.
Nice.
All right, man, I'll see you up there
Yeah.
eventually.
You got the Italian man.
Is this a championship group stage game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Italy and Chinese Taipei.
There you are. There he is. Yeah, sure.
And we are back here for the 2018 ICF Canoe Polo World Championships in Welland, Ontario. It is the men's open bracket. Italy and Chinese Taipei. Both teams so far successful in this tournament. Italy, though, on a completely different level. 3-0, undefeated in this championship round robin. A win, and they are into the semifinals. Chinese Taipei, if they want any chance, they're going to have to win this game. Italy quickly on the possession. Also in this group, Germany, Poland, Great Britain, and Denmark. Italy yet to lose in this group stage. Flipping it around. And it goes out of bounds. We will see. And a quick goal here for Italy. 1-0 over Chinese Taipei. Italy trying to play some good defense here. Instead, it's Taipei pushing it forward. Unsuccessful there. It will be a corner for Taipei. This is Chow. Flipping it over to Wu, the captain. He gets it to the wing, and he gets it right back, looking for maybe an attack himself. Instead, flips it over to his teammate. Italy, though, standing strong defensively, and it will be a turnover. Italy on the attack. This is Luca Bellini. He has been a stud for this Italian team throughout this entire tournament. One of the reasons they're so successful is Luca Bellini. At the top of the pitch is Romano, back to Bellini. We'll see if Italy can maybe make it 2-0. 7:30 left here. Taking a nice shot was Navarra. He's saying it was a deflection. The refs disagree. So Chinese Taipei, their second possession of the game, will begin. Couple of substitutions being made coming on to the pitch here. Number 1, Huang, and as well as number 9, Shifei Cheng. Cheng gets it over. And now Cheng gets it right back. Taipei looking to reset right now. Huang gets it in. But once again, this Italian defense playing well, playing strong, almost building a wall here, forcing Taipei to really work the perimeter. Right up the middle. And it will look like it will stay with the Italians here. Italy pushing it down the pitch. Emanuele trying to flip it over one of the Chinese Taipei players. He does. He gets it right back. Good pass inside. Bellini flings it to Bertoloni, but instead a good deflection, good defense by Chinese Taipei. Italy will have to take a corner at the top of the pitch. Bertoloni will be the one to take it. He throws it to Romano. Bellini, an incredible score, flips it up top. The referee stopping the clock, calling a foul. It's looking like it appears to be on Chinese Taipei. .5:28 remains. Bellini in the middle. He swung it over to Emanuele. But they will call the goal off. A foul on the Italians, and Chinese Taipei looking to respond quickly. A 1-0-2 record here in this championship round robin. They will reset up top. Is Huang getting it to who? Who with the ball, but instead they're just going back and forth with it. Hisayo back to who? A reset once again by Chinese Taipei. A very low-scoring game right now. Italy not known for their offense, more their defense. And off of the post, almost making this a tie game, was Chinese Taipei. Instead, possession will turn over to the Italians. They'll look to extend this lead. 4:25 remain in this first half. A hot day outside here in Welland, Ontario for the 2018 ICF Canoe Polo World Championships at the International Flatwater Center. It is close to the end of this tournament. We are nearing the end of this initial championship round robin stage. Italy 3-0 so far, undefeated. Bellini at the bottom of the pitch, swings it inside, goes right back to Bellini, and they're going to set up at the top, throwing it to himself, getting it to Bellini, and he's trying to get positioning inside. A tough shot there, almost sidearmed it. Instead, it will be deflected, and it will stay with the Italians. At the top of the pitch, we see Luca Bellini. I've said his name plenty of times so far. Always a threat on the offensive side. Italy flipping it back. Corvea getting it to the top. Corvea and Santino flipping it back until they get it to Luca Bellini. And now a charge by all the Italians. Santino, tough shot, goes out of bounds. No deflection. So possession will turn to Chinese Taipei. We just passed the 3-minute mark. 1-0 in favor of Italy over Chinese Taipei. And a quick shot there. Good deflection though. And Italy will once again take possession. A quick attack there by Chinese Taipei. And now the transition game is what they are trying to play. Luca Bellini waiting for some of his teammates, and they decide instead it's better if they just set up their offensive attack. Santino to Romano to Bellini. Tough angle, but he makes no mistake about it. The second of the day, Luca Bellini. He has been incredible all tournament long, and he gets the second one for this Italian team. 2-0 with 2:10 left in this first half. Chinese Taipei yet to really build any rhythm offensively. We'll see if this final 2 minutes can be any different, and it is. The first goal, a quick response just 8 seconds after the Italians get their second. It's number 6, Lee, for Chinese Taipei. Italy pushing it forward here. Tough shot deflected, and it goes out of bounds. Clock stops. That goal from Chinese Taipei, it appears as if it was called off, so it is still 2-0. Romano gets it to Corvea. The Italians flip it back out. Corvea. Time beginning to wind down here in this first half. The Italians attack. Here's Bertoloni getting it to Romano. To Corvea. Could they get a shot off a couple fake passes there by Corvea? Could not get it to one of those interior players. Good look up close. And a tough look there. Great defense by Taipei, and possession will stay with the Italians. 30 seconds left. Trying to look for the third goal of this game. Bertoloni pushing it inside. Corvea tried to grab it instead. It goes to Romano. Good defense by Chinese Taipei. And they have possession as Italy fights with them. 5 seconds left. Something's going to have to be taken quickly. Instead, it will be the end of the first half. Right now, 2-0 in favor of Italy over Chinese Taipei for the Italian team. A win, and they are in for the semifinals. A loss for Chinese Taipei would mean that they are mathematically eliminated. We'll be back for the second half in just around 3 minutes. We'll see if Italy can continue this win or if Chinese Taipei can maybe make a comeback. France and the Netherlands. And we are back here for the second half of this men's open block. It is Italy and Chinese Taipei. It is the 2018 ICF Canoe Polo World Championships. Italy currently up 2-1 over Chinese Taipei. An original goal by Chinese Taipei wasn't updated on the scoreboard in the first half. They updated it, so the deficit only 1 for Chinese Taipei. We'll see if they can make a comeback here as the second half sprint is just about to start. It does. We'll see who gets first possession. It looks like the Italians will get it, and they do. Both teams switching sides. Chinese Taipei in the black kayaks and red jerseys. Italy with the well-known Azzurri blue jerseys and blue kayaks. Romano pushing it to Bellini. Bertoloni looking for the third. Instead, it is deflected, and it may be a turnover. We'll see. Congested on the inside. It maintained with Italy. They took a shot. It goes out of bounds off of a deflection. And we will see a corner throw for the Italians. Bertoloni flipping it to the outside. That is Romano. Bellini. Pump fake. Couple of pump fakes. Chinese Taipei's defense, though, holding on. A competitive game so far, 2-1 in favor of the Italians. But now Chinese Taipei on the attack. This is number 10, Chao, looking for a shot. Unsure what to do, so instead he just flips it back to who? Huang and Hu, back and forth. Tough. A hold was called. And now in front of the net is Chinese Taipei. Flipping it to the outside. Chao. And off the post. Disappointing for Chinese Taipei, and now the Italians on the attack. This could be devastating after coming so close to a goal. We'll see if Italy can finish it off, and they do. Gianmarco Emanuele gets the third goal of the day for Italy. 3-1 is the score. 7:14 on the clock in the second half. Chinese Taipei, a great look, bouncing off the post, and it ended up falling into the laps of the Italians, and a quick transition extends this lead to 2. That could be the play that we look back on as the difference maker. 7 minutes left. Chinese Taipei need a win to stay alive. Italy, a ticket to the semifinals if they win this game. Chao pushing it to the side. Taipei deflected out of bounds. They will keep possession. Only 3 goals scored in the first half. We already have one in favor of Italy. A corner at the top here. And Taipei will look to once again cut this lead to 1. Chen gets it to Chao. Tough angle, so they flip it inside. Good look. And that's the second of the day for Chinese Taipei. 3-2. A much needed goal. Italy will look to respond. Instead, they turn it over, and Chinese Taipei could maybe tie this game. Slowly moving up, they are going to look to get an offensive attack set. 4 players on the outside. It is just Yangzhu Li on the interior for Chinese Taipei. Here they come. And a good save there by the Italians to keep this lead in place. They have possession, and now they're going to try to move in the transition. But Chinese Taipei defends it well, and they're going to have to reset. Foul is called, a green to number 6, Yangzhu Li, for Chinese Taipei. That is a warning. Another green card would result in a yellow. Romano to the top. That's Corvea. Romano once again with the ball, and they're going to slow the pace. Pushing it in is Bellini. Italy taking as much time as they can. Getting inside, but pushing it back. Bellini cross pitch to Romano. And just over the head of Bellini. Taipei looking to maybe get back, but instead it is held by the Italians. Just hit the 4-minute mark of the second half here. Bellini, a tough shot, almost deflected in by one of the Chinese Taipei players. Instead, it will go out of bounds. At the bottom of the pitch, it will be a corner throw. Eduardo Corvea, the man who will take the throw at the bottom of the pitch. 3-2 in favor of Italy here. Nearing the end of the championship round robin for the men's open bracket. The semifinals and finals will take place tomorrow, Sunday. But today it's the under-21 semifinals, 12:05 and 12:40. The finals will be later this afternoon, heading into the evening. Taipei moving forward, looking to tie this game. A tough, deep shot that will just go over the net. Would have been an incredible way to tie this game up. Chinese Taipei have to be desperate. They need a win to stay in. A draw, not much help either. We'll look to see if Chinese Taipei maybe starts to play a little bit more aggressive defensively. They're going to need to force a turnover and get something on the board. 2:35 remain. Germany and Italy, the two powerhouses in this group, alongside Poland, Great Britain, and Denmark. Great Britain, disappointing tournament for them. They are alongside Chinese Taipei with 3 points. Germany and Italy both have 9. They face later today in the final game for this championship round robin. A look here for the Italians. Another goal would essentially seal the fate for Chinese Taipei. Romano looking to Bertoloni. Tough look, out of bounds, near the corner. 2 minutes remain. The shot clock will reset to 60 seconds. And Italy will once again be able to continue this offensive attack. Taipei desperate for possession. They need the ball. Clock stops. Timeout by the ref. A minute 43 remains. Bellini. And a foul on the Italians means that possession will flip to Chinese Taipei. A minute 15 remaining, not a lot of time left. Italy, if they hold on, they are in the semifinals. It will just be a matter of seeding to determine their place. But a win here would put them in a great spot. Germany currently playing on pitch 1 with Denmark. Germany tied for first with the Italians at 9 points. Both teams undefeated in this round robin championship bracket. Taipei with under 40 seconds to at least tie this game up. A win looking unlikely, but a draw is possible. 30 seconds left, and the Italians are in trouble. Italy, frustration has to be building there, but still 30 seconds left to maybe win this game. Chinese Taipei need to play heavy defense. You can see the aggressiveness. They need to win this game, and they're playing up. Romano looking to throw it over, and Bertoloni now. 2-on-1. Tough look, and it goes out of bounds. So Italy more than likely just lost an opportunity to win this game. Chinese Taipei needs to move up quickly though. 5 seconds left. They're gonna have to heave this. And instead, time runs out. We have a 3-3 draw. Italy and Chinese Taipei. Chinese Taipei keeping their hopes alive of maybe advancing to the semifinals. It's going to be tough. Italy not looking great for that first seed now, but they are still well on their way of advancing to the semifinals of this men's open bracket. We will be moving forward. We will have France and the Netherlands here on pitch 2 coming up at 10:55, so don't go away. And we're back here for the 2018 ICF Canoe Polo World Championships in Welland, Ontario, Canada. We're continuing forward with the men's open bracket. This time it is France and the Netherlands. Both teams, great starts in this championship round robin. But more likely than not, only one of them will be able to advance to the semifinals. France currently sitting at 2 wins, 1 draw, no losses, 7 points total, a plus-minus differential of 6. For the Dutch, 2 wins, 0 draws, and 1 loss, a plus-minus differential of 2. Both of these teams capable of winning this game. I wouldn't consider either outcome an upset, and here is the opening sprint, and it bounces out of bounds. We'll look for the referee's decision here. We will see who will start with the ball, and it looks like it will be France. The Dutch already setting themselves up defensively, and France will be the ones to kick things off for an offensive attack. That is number 3, the captain, David Linné, who gets it right back, and they push forward. Maybe a quick possession here for France. They rotate through, and they're going to once again reset. Baptiste Cotta, number 2. He swings it over to Alain Lignel. Back to Cotta, and they're going to move it back and forth. France, a favorite to win it all. We just saw on the other side, Italy and Chinese Taipei draw. France here on pitch 2 with the Dutch. On the other side, Spain is taking on Iran on pitch 1. You can stream all of the games happening on all of the pitches at canoeicf.com as France look there for a shot on goal. Instead, it goes out of bounds, and it will be a corner, and they immediately spin it inside. Ref is going to call a foul, so France will be taking it close to the net. That is Baptiste Cotta, who swings it back instead of taking the shot. And a beautiful goal. It's the captain, David Linné. Linné with his first of the day. 8:49 left. France, a quick 1-goal lead. That was their first possession of this game, and now it's the Dutch's turn to try to respond. Van Vliet puts it inside, but he gets it right back on the wing. This is the first look for the offensive attack by the Dutch here in this game. Van Ness instead kicked it over to Van Vliet, who pushed it outside, but now they're attacking on the interior. Dylan Tuff, number 4, who had it. And they will continue to move the ball around. And a tough shot there. Great defense by Alain Lignel for this French team. 2 substitutions coming in for France. Number 5, Delettre, as well as number 8, Benoit Richer. The Dutch looking to tie this game up. 7:40 left in this first half. And a good save there by France as they try to push it forward, but the Dutch, a good deflection there. Swinging it down, a 2-on-1, maybe 2-on-2, but it is the second goal of the game. It's France, 2-0, Benoit Richer. Support for both teams here A crucial game, France and the Dutch. But now the Netherlands, they have fallen behind early. Reinders flips it to Pell. It is Hogerley. Both teams 2 wins so far in the championship round robin. The difference, a draw for France, a loss for the Dutch. And the refs are going to call a foul on the Dutch. And now France on the transition, racing for it. And it's the 3rd goal of the game, this time Frank Besson. 3-0 in favor of France over Netherlands. 6:07 remaining in the first half. A great start for this French team. A much needed game. The Netherlands have yet to really make their mark in this game. 3 unanswered for France. And a deflection there, going out of bounds. The Dutch will keep possession, but they're going to need more than possession right now. They need something on the board. Front of the net. Passing it outside to number 5. That was Van Vliet who just got it right back, looking for a pass, not a shot, and he flips it out to Dylan Tuff. A struggle to keep possession there, but a good pass inside. Running into his own player. Pell. Quick pass. Trying to score, hits the top of the bar, goes out of bounds. And they're going to say it was off a France player. So once again, the Dutch will keep possession. Clock beginning to wind down. 4:30 left. 3-0 in favor of France over the Netherlands. A beautiful day here at the Welland International Flatwater Center. Day 5 of the 2018 ICF Canoe Polo World Championships. We're nearing the end of the championship round robin for the men's and women's open bracket. In just a little bit at 12:05 and 12:40, we will see the semifinals for the U21 men's and women's. Later on today, the finals, as well as all of the placement in the U21 tournaments. Tomorrow, on Sunday, we will see the finale of the men's and women's open brackets. Both of these teams trying to place the highest they can. Gold is in sight for both of these teams, but they're going to need a little bit of help, and it starts with a win here. France up 3-0, looking for their 4th. And they get it. Number 3, the captain, his 2nd of the day, David Linné. The Dutch, who have been competitive all tournament long, seem out of their comfort zone right now. France dominating this game on both sides of the pitch. We'll see if the Dutch has something in them as we near the end of this first half. 3 minutes remain. A ton of support for the Dutch and France throughout this entire tournament for all of their games in all of the blocks. That was Dylan Tuff, number 4, for the Dutch, who flipped it to the middle. Now Van Vliet on the bottom of the pitch, tossing it inside, but he takes it right back. And a difficult shot there by Van Vliet. Both Netherlands coaches unhappy with that possession. A corner at the top of the pitch by Dylan Tuff, getting it to Webers. The Dutch continue to hold. A minute 52 left. Another deflection by France. Despite the Dutch continuing to maintain possession, they have yet to find the back of the goal. Clock continues to wind down. You couldn't have asked for a better start if you're France. For the Dutch, you wish this game could be reset. A major game with huge implications as we draw closer to the semifinals for the men's open block. The Dutch possession on top of the zone here. France will look to keep the Dutch off the board, and a close play there off of the post. No deflection. And they're going to change their call. They're going to switch it over to the Dutch, so they will once again get a new shot clock. And flipping over in his kayak was Webers. France just cannot get out of their own zone right now. Just under 40 seconds left. The Dutch will have to figure it out ASAP. Good defense there. A beautiful shot by Pell of the Dutch. But a great defense once again by France. The story of this half has been this run by the Dutch. They've had possession for almost 3 minutes, and they have yet to get on the board. Here they are, though, and they do, with 1.6 seconds left, cutting the lead to 3. Disappointment from the French defense there. They held on for so long. Just 1 second left, and they could have gone into halftime scoreless. Instead, the Dutch much needed momentum. heading into the second half. A must-win for both teams. A draw, not the worst outcome in the world. A little bit better for France as they are sitting at 7 as opposed to 6, and a good shot there to close this half. The Dutch on their toes though, great defense there by Van Vliet at the goal. It is 4-1 in favor of France over the Dutch. We'll see if the Netherlands have an incredible comeback in them at the start of the second half in just around 3 minutes. And we are back here for the second half, currently 4-1 in favor of France over the Netherlands. It was the Dutch who scored the final goal of the first half. Good look by France. And instead, possession will flip. And that really was the story minus the score. The final 3 or so minutes of that first half dominated by the Dutch. And it took, with 1 second left on the clock, for them to finally get their first goal of this game. However, France, fantastic position, 4-1 lead. It's going to have to be a major comeback for the Dutch if they want to at least finish with a draw here. 9 minutes remain. Pushing it inside here. Good luck there by Coda. Instead of shooting it though, they decide to reset on the outside. Lignel, who was the keeper for France, and he made a ton of great saves. He gets the ball back again. Herbert on the pitch, looking to shoot a couple pump fakes. Nice look there by David Lene. 2 goals in the first half. Instead, the defense of the Dutch hold on, and they're pushing forward as quick as they can. A 4-on-3. And they once again cut this lead. Once 4-0, now 4-2. The Netherlands, a much needed goal. But France with the response. Currently the scoreboard shows 5-1. Was unable to see if they called the second goal off for the Dutch. We'll try to get an update. As it stands though, 5-1 on the scoreboard, 7:25 left. France extending their lead. Van Vliet with it at the top. And it goes out of bounds. .6:54 left on the clock. Possession stays with the Dutch. Pushing it inside, looking for their second of this game. Van Vliet. Good look. Instead, kicking it outside. Dylan Tuff with the ball at the top of the pitch. And losing the ball there was Rangers, but he maintains possession and gets it back to Van Vliet. 18 on the shot clock. Not a lot of time to really gain their set here. Lucas Reinders flips it across the pitch. Tough angle there for Dylan Tuff. And France will now gain possession. Nearing the end of the championship round robin. Here for the men's open block. France sitting with 7 points, 2 wins, 1 draw, no losses yet in the second group stage for the Dutch. 2 wins, no draws, and they've been given a loss. Similar tournaments for both teams. France appearing to be a bit more successful, and it's showing in the score right now. 5-1, a 4-goal lead as we just are about to pass the halfway point here in the final half of this game. France still with possession. Clock running down, a deep shot goes out of bounds, and the Dutch will now begin their attack. Coming up soon, both semi-final games for the U21 men's and women's on pitches 1 and 2. For now, though, it is the men's open block. Still trying to figure out placement. The Dutch looking to keep this game close. Oh, and a good play there, but the ref is going to stop play. And now, coming off with the yellow card, number 9, Corentin Herbert. It is now a 5-on-4 attack for the Dutch. A good chance here. The Netherlands need to cut this lead down. Down by 4 with 4:25 left. And we'll wait for play to resume. And now it does. The Dutch closing in. Good defense by France. We'll see if France can get the ball back, though. They struggled late in that first half to regain possession. And it ended up resulting in the Dutch's only goal. And just like that, possession will switch. Currently 5-1 with 3:45 left in the second half. France dominating performance. They only have 4 men on the pitch, though, as the sun beams down here in Welland, Ontario. A beautiful day for the 2018 ICF Canoe Polo World Championships. France turning the ball over, and it goes to the Dutch. Quick on the attack, no time to waste, and despite being a man down, France's defense continues to prevail. Possession will switch, and France will take it. Just past 3 minutes left. Time winding down on the Dutch's hopes of coming back in this game. Down by 4. Near impossible, but not impossible. France pushes it down the pitch, but the numbers game will come into play. And they're going to call another foul on the Dutch. France will maybe look to play keep away here, down 1 man. Flipping it forward down the pitch. France just keeping the ball away from the Dutch as time winds down in this game. 5-1 in favor of France. Looking for the outlet there is the captain, David Linné. Instead, the Dutch gain possession, and now Salema will hold on to it. He gets it back, and he flings it forward to Matspel. Lucas Reinders now getting it back to Salema. One minute left on the clock. And it will be France who comes away with a win here. They will move on with 10 points. The Dutch will stay with 6. point differential could be important, so we'll see if it stays a +4 here for France. 30 seconds left. A corner for the Dutch. Ogerle flips it. And the Dutch just can't get anything going offensively in this game. Their only goal came with 1 second left on the clock in the first half. And France will gain possession and the clock will stop. Looking like it could have been an easy 6th goal there for number 9, Corentin Herbert. Instead, they'll have to move it back, and that will probably do it for this game. The Dutch back on the defense. Not a lot of movement though, guarding the net. But other than that, not much here can happen other than maybe a quick shot here. The referees spoke with each other, and a yellow card has been given. It's been given to number 2, Baptiste Cota. The referee's trying to figure everything out with the shot clock. France down a man once again. This is the 2nd time today. Not much on the shot clock though. This won't change the outcome. France will still win this game, whether it's a score of 5-1 or maybe 5-2 if the Dutch can get something here with 6 on the clock. And time resumes. This is it. Final look here for the Dutch. And it's a great deflection, and that will finish this game off. France moves to 10 points in the championship round robin, a final score of 5-1. The Dutch in trouble. Not looking good in terms of a semi-finals appearance, but for France, that could be their ticket right here. We will have more action for the 2018 ICF Canoe Polo World Championships here on pitch 2 in just a little bit.
See you in a bit, buddy. I got all the rosters down here, so we're good. Oh no, just one set.
this is Russia and who?
Brazil.
Ah, moi aussi. Ah, j'étais contente.